All right, hello, wine drinking people. Today is Tuesday, the 26th of January, finishing up the first month of 2016 strong. We've got a couple of great events this week. Tomorrow night, our annual Louis Jadot barrel tasting featuring the 2014 vintage wines. And this is the greatest expression of what terroir means to wine, these barrel tastings from Burgundy. And you get to see the same grape varietal, the same producer. The only difference is the dirt that these wines come out of. A great opportunity to study both the Chardonnay and Pinot Noir varietal. Well, I'd mentioned the other tasting we have going on this week, but it's already sold out. Canalico de Sopra at Cafe Max. Our great friend from Brunello de Montalcino, Francesco Repaccioli, will be here. And then, speaking of a study in Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, we've got Don Hartford here a week from tonight, February 2nd. And Don has become a good friend over the years. He, I'll never forget the tasting conducted down at Two Chefs in Miami when I first met Don, one of the first visits he made here when he's first releasing these Hartford Court wines, the single vineyard expressions of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, some of which are the greatest made in California. And he said, man, if I am going to tell people that I'm making some of the greatest expressions of these wines in California, I got to show my wines against Grand Cru Burgundies, and I'm going to do it blind. And you know what? There was 30 people in the room that day, serious tasters from restaurants, sommeliers, wine writers, and blind. The top three wines were Hartford Court, so I will never forget that day. And Don Hartford grew up in eastern Massachusetts on a small strawberry farm, and well, even though he grew up in an agricultural area, that wasn't his first choice. He decided to go to law school and became a lawyer, and thank God he did, because it was working at Jess Jackson's law firm in San Francisco where he met his wife, and the rest is history. It just so happens he married Jess Jackson's daughter, and now he's the president of the Jackson Wine Family Empire, and still out there working hard to promote the brand that he created, Hartford Court. So we got the Don here this evening, and we have got some of his top wines, the new releases, the 2013 and 12s, two great vintages from Northern California. The Seascape Vineyard out there on the true Sonoma coast. This wine really incredibly intense, and one of my favorite Chardonnays that I had last year on his visit. And we're going to have some other single vineyards and then some blends. These guys do a Russian River blend now. I don't want to call it their entry-level wine because all of these wines are outstanding, but it's a blend of several vineyard sources. And then we've got a slew of killer Pinot Noirs, the Arundel, the Far Coast, the McLean. And hey, man, I'm going to list everything that they've got available. We can't show it all this evening, but I guarantee you with Don here, we are going to break some really special things out in addition to what's on this list. I may even open up some Zinfandel. Yeah, that's right, folks. Zinfandel, because these guys make some of the greatest Zinfandel in California. And those of you that know me know I don't like Zinfandel, but I like all of Don's wine. So check it out. Everything we're going to be drinking with Don Hartford from Hartford Court. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.